What's going on, my dudes? Chensley11 here, and welcome to another episode in the A to Z series. Today we have the Frost Archer, the Ice Arrows, Ashe. Ashe is an extremely simple to play AD carry, and if you're learning the role, I recommend playing Ashe. She's extremely noob friendly. She basically only really has 3 abilities if you include her R. And apart from that, she just does auto attacks. That's all you need to do is Ashe. You need to get into range, do your auto attack, stay alive. Remember, when you're playing AD carry, if you're dead, you can't do damage. So you want to try and play safe. She's extremely immobile. However, she can self-peel with her passive, which we'll get into basically straight away. Let's just get into the abilities so we can explain what's going on. But just know that if you're trying to pick up AD carry, I recommend starting with Ashe. I think she's super easy to play and has very clear goals. So her passive is called Frost Shot. Basically, whenever you auto attack someone, you slow them. That's all it is. Additionally, if you do a critical strike, the crits don't do extra damage, so it's a little bit unusual if you're used to playing other AD carries. The crits don't do extra damage, they just enhance the slow. And that scales with level. So you can really lock down a target for your team, which is super strong. So she is probably an AD carry with a little bit of utility, which is unlike some of the AD carries where just raw damage. So if your team has a lot of damage, in this case we have the Rise top lane, so it's not too bad. We're going to miss that first CS, good start. We do have the Rise top lane, so he'll be pumping out a good amount of DPS, so it's not too bad. So we got a wave here, so we're just going to shove him. It's alright. I tried to use the heal to get into to get the burst of movement speed, but it's fine. To get into range from auto attack, and we got his heal. That's fine. We're going to pump up with our potion. Okay, so we're going to go for the first ability as we unlock it, which is called the Ranger's Focus. So basically, whenever you auto attack a non-structure, these guys are missing their support. Unfortunately, might have DC'd. It's not important. The gameplay is not super important. As long as we go through the abilities and get to show off what Ashe is strong at. So as you can see, we pumped our Q there because we got a few stacks of our focus. So you gain focus stacks by auto-attacking non-structures. So it's champions, minions. That's nice. It's also an auto-attack reset, as you can see there. Oh my god, we entered. I should have just flashed his arrow. I'm trying to explain the champion. That's fine. She's that simple to play that we're inting on her. That's how good she is. The good thing is she starts Blade of the Ruined King, so you don't have to do that. You don't have to wait for that massive back at the BF sword, because we are going to be rushing the Blade of the Ruined King. So yeah, the pike is missing. That's interesting. So the Q, I was trying to explain to you and show you there that it's also an auto attack reset. So if you pump up your focus stacks and you auto attack, you can also hit your Q straight after the auto attack animation to reset the animation and then get a second auto attack really fast. And the Q does like a flurry of like 5 arrows. They all apply the on hit, and it also increases Ashe's attack speed, right? So that's where she does a lot of damage. So I'm gonna grab this, grab that one. Let him get the relic shield proc. We're just gonna let this wave shove into me because there's no point pushing it. Because I feel like we're stronger because we have the 2v1. Alright, so we're going to let that shove. And we can see the Varus here. So if we can get a nice wave, we can maybe look to poke him. He's going to outpoke us. If I can get him to do the auto attacks, we might be able to outdo him. But AD carry, you want to manage your waves and you just want to farm as best you can. Oh, you need to farm it though. No point freezing if you're not farming it. Okay, so her W is called Volley. And I'll just show you what it does here. It's really good for poke. There it is there. So it does a lot of poke damage. It shoots those 5 or 6 arrows out in a cone. Obviously it applies the slow, which is super good. Part of her passive. But it's extremely strong for poking in the early game. So if the Malphite goes in with this Q, we're going to have the... what's the rune where you get the movement speed towards slowed enemies? Let's have a look. Just trying to farm here. You want to max your W first. Oh, he's going ham over here. No, I don't want to miss these waves. I mean, the Malphite's doing a really good job of zoning the Varus off the CS, which is super good. Unfortunately, he just AoE'd the wave, so it's going to shove back out. That's fine. I'm going to put some pressure on the Varus. So right now, we're just zoning him off CS. The Yone is roaming down. Alright. Okay, so that's the W. The E is basically called Hawkshot, and you just shoot it on the map, and it gives vision, and then reveals an area. That's all it does. Very simple ability. That's what I mean when I say Ashe doesn't have... Oh, we got the poke, and we got the slow. When I say Ashe doesn't really have 4 abilities, because although that is an ability, it's not a combat ability that you have to think about when you're doing a trade. I'm going to grab that cannon. Oh my god, we missed the cannon. That's super sad. Again, maxing out W. The Talon is looking. It's going to poke. I think the Talon's got him. We're going to Volley here. Alright, we're going to pump out the Q, and we should be able to pick him up. So far, it's a super simple game, because there's no support, but that's fine. We're going to just show you the champion, what she's good at. As soon as we can get out of this lane, we can show you team fighting, what Ashe is super good at. But Ashe is extremely strong at 1v1ing when you're able to kite the target. So if it's like a melee matchup, she can just kite them for days. And if you catch someone out, you can basically... The Yone is coming. Yeah, I see him. I'm leaving. I can slow him. So I can just pump my E. I see him. Pump a Q. We're just going to stay away from him, because eventually he's going to have to bounce back to his clone. See you later. Alright, let's have a look. I'm going to slow him again. Oh, he's dead now. Oh, we got our Q. We're going. Alright, we got that. Excellent. We got our ultimate now. We try to explain now. So the ultimate is basically... So I'm gonna try and shoot it to catch the Varus if he stays, because the Talon is roaming. Basically, you shoot a massive arrow that freezes the enemy and stuns them for a long time. And the freeze duration, and we got him, depends on how far the arrow travels. So right there was a good example of when to use the arrow. It also does a burst of magic damage when it explodes, but that's not the main focus of the ability. Right there is what you want to use it for. You want to use it to catch someone out so you can lock them down for your team. So that's what I mean when I say Ashe has a lot of utility. On top of that, you also have the Hawkshot, so you can scout out the enemy jungler. So we know that their blue buff's gone. So we're gonna help out on this dragon here, because I feel like they are struggling. Oh, now we're finished. I need you to tank it. Where? Alright, we got it. Alright, now that we got that, we can back and pick up pretty much our full item. So we did int level 1, or was it level 2 we died? But it is fine. We're going to get our bilge water cutlass. We're going to get a bit of... Oh, we can get the whole item. If we sell this, we can get the whole item. I'd rather do that. Alright, so far so good. But that's what I mean. We've already explained Ashe's abilities. Super simple. The Q you can use as an auto attack reset. It stacks up the focus. You pump it when you want that burst of attack speed. You see all the flurry of arrows. Super strong. The volley is the W. You've seen me use it a couple times. Hey, the pike is here. So we do have a 5v5. That's good. Creamy Chong is on a killing spree. That's no good. So we're going to use our Hawk Shot to visualize, to get vision of the enemy jungler. We see that the enemy is not in the bot side jungle. So we're kind of safe to push up here. We want to poke the pike because he's going to be extremely weak right now because we've got 4 levels on him. Alright. So you can hear that noise because that's when your Q, you have enough stacks to activate your Q. Alright, so we're just going to sit in wave here and farm. The Malphite did go top. Alright, we're going to try and hit the cannon and get the pike as well here. We missed the cannon, unfortunately. We're going to dodge up and we're going to max our W. It is pretty scary because even though the pike is down on a level, he can still CC me pretty hard. Alright, we're getting dove hard really here. So I do have ultimate and I have my blade. Ooh. Unfortunately, we didn't have the follow-up. And he's dead. The Malphite took my kill. So sad. So that is fine. We got the Talon roaming. So we're just going to keep pushing. Alright, we're just going to go on the...
I have seen things the Southerners cannot imagine.
Where's this invis assassin? Another one of these bullshit as invisible assassins. Hey, I'm playing AD carry. Are you? Yeah. Let's make an assassin that's invisible. Sounds fun. So again, we're just clearing waves. Alright, beautiful. Let's put some pressure on this tower. You're going to max your Q second. Unfortunately, didn't quite lock him down for long enough, but he didn't take too many tower shots. So that's fine. If I was in range a little bit quicker, or if I had my ultimate, we definitely would have got that kill. Auto attack the tower, bruh. Alright, I was going to put a poke on him. Alright. Fortunately, we had a really strong early game because we were able to 2v1. So it allowed us to get into our build pretty quickly. And, oh, he popped this hill. Unfortunately, I'm tanking tower. Oh! Oh my god, I auto-attacked the tower twice. Is it going to cost my kill? It is. That's why you turn on this setting. There's a setting in League of Legends. If you have no mouse clicking ability like I do, there's a setting, right? I've got it set to my middle mouse button. See how my cursor, there's like that white border around it? If I activate it, it's attack champions only. Because I was using attack move, I was clicking too close to the tower. But if I had this activated, it would have only attacked the Varus, which is something you want to keep an eye on if you are if you're having that kind of issue, attacking minions and accident, you turn that on. But bear in mind, you can't attack towers and minions if you have this activated. So you got to keep in track of when you've got it activated. I think it's defaulted to the tibia, so that's the symbol right next to your 1 on your keyboard by default. I changed it to my middle mouse button. So far so good. What else is important about Ashe? Yeah, so you can use your ultimate like cross map if you want to hit some nasty snipes, but I like to use it pretty safely. Like as engage tool, if I know we're going to lock down a target. Now this is the on-hit build we're showing here. So this is the Blade of the Ruined King into Ruined Hurricane. You can also go like there's a new you can go like Triforce, which is a bit weird. I prefer to go the classic build. For all builds and information on how to build champions, I highly recommend using Mobalytics, especially if you're new to the game. It'll tell you what's a nice build to go for, and like basically the runes to take. Enemy team is missing. I shoot our W for a bit of poke, reposition behind the minions, so the pike can't hook us. The Talon is roaming, so we're going to let this push. Hopefully they shove it out for us, which they will. And I have my ultimate, so when the Talon looks like he's about to go in, we can try and ultimate the Varus. Yeah. Oh my god, where is the Talon? That's terrible. I thought the Talon would be closer. That's right, he's going to pick up both of them, I reckon. Or maybe not. Yeah, too much damage. So I was trying to get close because I wanted to hit the Varus with my ultimate and not the Pike, because the Pike can, after the CC, just jump out of the CC with his Phantom Undertow, I believe it's called. That's fine, as long as we get the kills. Ashe is probably... Why I think Ashe is a super strong AD carry to learn with is because she is not... Yes, she's an AD carry, so you need to do the damage. But because of all the utility she has, you can get away with not being the strongest at doing damage on your team. As long as you're landing these... there's my hook shot. It's going to go reveal their blue buff. As long as you're landing your ultimates and slowing enemies, you're doing a good enough job for your team. So they're going to be able to pick up kills. Especially when you have a lot of damage like we do. We got the Talon going nuts. We got Yone trying to do something in the mid lane. Let's try and throw that over the wall there to help out. So far so good. We can probably kill this Varus, especially if I get the slow on and the blade. Nah, just out of range. If I hit that, I could have got a couple auto attacks, then got the Blade of the Ruined King and really slowed him. Fortunately, their support is roam top. So is mine. So it's a bit of a 1v1 on the 80 carries here, which I'm not confident with because I'm terrible. Alright, let's go. get a bit of poke. If we can get this tower down, we can pretty much dive him. I'll just shoot my ultimate out. That's what I mean about... There you go. Too easy. So we use their ultimate to do the slow there. We didn't have to do... It's not important about the damage. Also, I forgot to mention, when you use your ultimate, it also reveals the area. So if you want to scout Baron, like obviously you have your E, but if the E's on cooldown, I'm about to get jumped by the Kha'Zix. This is so scary. Oh, and the Yona's left me. Alright, we need to get out of here. There he is. Beautiful. Keep an eye on the minimap. If you're pushed up this far and you're playing AD carry, keep an eye on the minimap. Ashe is very immobile. She has a lot of self-peel, but the Kha'Zix will jump on me and just end my day. So we're going to need to pick up a Zeal here. We can't afford to... we are level 9, so we're going to switch to our blue trinket. The Kha'Zix will just absolutely murder us. So far this game's going pretty well. We got 2 dragons. We're pretty fed at this point. We've had some shocking deaths, but it is fun. It's all for entertainment, and hopefully you learn something as well. So we are gonna. I'm gonna tax some chickens. God King Garen. So Garen's one of those champions where you can just infinitely kite because of our how your passive works. Fortunately, the pike is with him now. Malphite is looking for a nice... Use your relic on the counter. Very nice. There we go. Farming pretty decently as well. What's this guy doing? He's trolling. We use our ultimate. We're going to use our Blade of the Ruined King. And it's all over. So that's what I mean. See how... basically, you don't even need to know how to orb walk, which is when you auto-attack, move, auto-attack, move, auto-attack, move. Because the slow is so strong on Ashe, you can literally click on an enemy and the game will just kill everything for you. That's why I highly recommend her if you're new to AD carry. Very strong. We have the Varus lurking down here. I don't have anything up, so... Has he got relic? No, he doesn't. Unfortunately, he's just going to concede the tower. We're going to use our Q here to get the burst down. What the hell this guy's doing? No, he's not there anymore. Just going to... Oh... That was so bad for me because I went into range to receive the... we can kite him pretty hard. So look at this kiting. And we get one shot. I should have flashed his... when he got into range, I should have just flashed his Q. You can't flash his Q because once he does the animation, it'll hit you. I should have flashed out of range so he couldn't do his Q, and I probably could have killed him. So next we are going to go for the Infinity Edge. Again, the crits don't... Remember, your crits don't increase your damage, they increase your slows. So that slow you're seeing, the kiting on the Garen is going to be super, super, even more disgusting. Especially he's going no defense, he's just going full damage, which is super good for us. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, we got 200 seconds to our Herald left. I want to try and get some vision over here, so use the Hawk Shot. See where the enemy is, just to protect my top laners. And the Herald. So they're not getting flanked from behind, so I'm just going to go mid and collect this wave. Now I do have ultimate. See if I can hit an ulti. And we can. He should be finished. Yeah, the Malphite got it. I thought my last auto attack would have got him, to be honest, but that's fine. Now that we've got Runaan's Hurricane, we're going to do even more AoE damage in the team fights, which is going to be super, super strong. Unfortunately, the... I might be able to get the Kha'Zix because he's so weak. But he might be able to just one-tap me. Kind of need the Malphite to go in first. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and we got destroyed. Assassins, I'm trying to like show you what the Ashe can do in terms of how much damage she can actually do. Oh, he's dead too. That's super sad. Yeah, there's no need on Ashe. You know, we can just play with the team. We're absolutely stomping this game. No need to die there. Our team got caught very far up. But it is what it is. 6, 5, and 6. So I feel like we should be doing 50-0 this game, but we're just inting. So anyway, guys, if you are enjoying this series, or this video in particular, be sure to leave a like, comment down below if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe, of course, for more content. We're going to be going through every single champion in League of Legends and giving a basic overview of what they can do and what their strengths and weaknesses are. We are also going to have a Hawk Shot down here. That's excellent, so we can see where they are. So we can see The Kha'Zix and the Garen are in position. We don't really need this dragon, but we are going to contest apparently. Alright, let's have a look here. I've got ultimate. I'm going to use my ultimate on the Garen. Alright, we take out their front line. Gonna keep going. Alright, we hit the. Alright, you need to move when you auto attack so you can make sure your slow's attacking, but you can see the lockdown you have. You can infinitely chase targets, which is amazing. Plus the Runin's Hurricane was able to do a lot of AoE in that team fight there. Yeah, I'm coming. Who's asking for assistance? The Talon. What's he want? He wants to do they want to do the Baron. Strong call. But yeah, so like super easy game so far. Ashe is extremely, because she's so easy to play, you can relax when you play Ashe. AD carries a little bit of a stressful role, and there's a lot of assassins on the enemy team, but it's fine. So auto. There's our Q, auto Q to reset the Q animation, the auto attack animation, and we're gonna back here. Another epic monster killed. Just unlock these eternal things. Waste of blue essence, but it's fine. We're gonna go for a BF sword. And we're going to get the cloak. Unfortunately, we can't finish the Infinity Edge. I think this game is going to be really over very, very soon. But you can see when you get a bit of a lead on Ashe, how disgusting that constant slow is. It's amazing. I have the ultimate, so I can, if we decide who we want to go in, we can just pick them. And he's dead. So look at the slow. He can't run. It's impossible for him to run because the slows. Insanity. Fortunately, the Talon got murdered. Just gonna take out this farm. And Yone is in our jungle for some reason. We should be trying to put pressure. We have Baron. As long as Malphite sticks around, the Talon, if we stay as a group here, the Talon can't like one tap me. So not the Talon, the Kha'Zix. So I'm trying to stick around with the Malphite. Also want to try and shove bot lane. I think the Rise is going to try and do that as well. So just keep an eye on the minimap. We can't really just stay as two. We'll get destroyed by all 5 of them. We need to group up. We're going to just shove bot lane here. The Runin's Hurricane makes clearing waves extremely easy. And we got Baron buff. Can we get a slow off? We're playing a bit frontline here. And we got him. Disgusting slows. It's insane. Oh, Garen. Want to pop our heal. We've got our ultimate. And we just stand here. Look, no hands. No hands. That's how easy Ashe is. Just click and let your auto attacks rain and destroy the shit out of the enemy. So I didn't even use my Blade of the Ruined King there. So there's a bit of a stomp, which is fine, because it allowed me to show you what Ashe is super good at, which is doing a lot of damage. Like the point I wanted to mention was a couple of instances where there was that infinite slow cycle where we just were able to slow constantly and people could not escape. So if the enemy team, they surrender. If the enemy team plays a lot of those melee high damage threats that are a little bit immobile, like the Garen is a good example, you can just constantly shoot them with your auto attacks, slowing them, and they can never get away from you, essentially. There was that one time where I entered the fight where he flashed onto me, but that's fine. What can you do? So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Ashe is a super easy champion. She's night and day versus our last video, Phelios, so I hope you enjoyed. But for now, guys, I'll leave you with that. And remember, at the end of the day, it is nighttime. Take it easy.